This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so good morning all and welcome back to the session. This is Big Data Masters program and we are going through with Hive. Whatever we are discussing that is with respect to the basic Hive, like the commands and all certain techniques and all. So these particular things are with respect to the basic Hive. We will be going to discuss advanced Hive as well. But before moving further, like from the basic Hive side, we are having certain things that we need to cover. In our previous session, we were discussing onto the subqueries, and in order to solve the problem that we were having, we have gone through with these particular steps. And the problem was to find the order with an amount, to find the order with an amount greater than the average order amount for the customer's name starting with P. Yeah. So in order to solve this, in our yesterday's session, uh, we have gone through with certain steps, and those steps are listed over here. Like first we have applied the joins. Okay, after applying the joins, we have calculated the average. Then what we have done, we have added another steps in order to identify the names, the customer starting from P, and whatever the outcome that we got from this particular step, then we saved it as an intermediate table, and that particular table it joins with the orders table, and then finally like the last condition is applied in order to find out the amount greater than the average order amount. So we have gone through with this particular exercise, and let me try to write down the query or execute the query, and after the execution we got whatever we were discussing. So just have a look onto this. Okay, okay, what is table not found orders? Show tables. Okay, so use batch 32, and over here we just need to write down this particular query. Okay, so we will be able to get the average the orders which are greater than the average order amount and the name starting from P. Yeah. So that we have seen, and we have gone through with a detailed discussion in order to solve this particular query. Yeah. Now, today, what I want to have an interactive session. We will be going to discuss certain more queries onto these particular orders and customers table, and we try to find out uh, the outcome that we will be going to discuss. So, the first problem that we are going to discuss, problem one, that will be order count per customer. Order count per customer, and count the number of orders made by each customer. Okay, so we are having this particular data. Just have a look. So this is the outcome with respect to our query, and we have gone through with a detailed discussion. Let me try to show you something. Select star from orders. Okay, so this is the orders table. This is the orders table. Let me copy and paste it over here. Orders table, and with respect to the orders table, this is the data. Now we are having another table, that is customers table, customer table. And let me try to show you the data with respect to the customers table. So this is the data with respect to the customers table. Copy and let me paste it. Now what I want, order count per customer. Order count per customer. So if you are able to see over here, 101, the order id, the customer id 101 is having two orders, 102 is also having two orders, so what I want, order count per customer, and I want uh, and I want the name as well, so I want, say, the customer id, the customer name, and order count with respect to each customer, with respect to the customers table, I want one another column over here in this particular table. So what we need to do in order to identify order count per customer, what we need to do, you need to tell me, then we will proceed in that particular way.
Group by.
First you need to analyze the steps. First you need to identify the steps that we can take on top of these two tables in order to solve this particular problem. So speak one by one. Gaurav, I think you were saying something.
Yeah. Join. Then we can add customer name with this table and then group by. So with each customer, how many orders is happen, we can get from there.
Uh-huh. So we need to do the join. Which join we need to apply?
Uh, I think mm, only join. This is common from both the tables.
But so if I'm going to use inner join, that is the
Mhm.
default join, right?
No, left. All the orders is there, and rest we can get from left join all the orders and all the customer ID, and custom from we get the customer name, which is
Now,
having hello,
that is fine. Left join is fine.
left
Now
join.
I want to have the answer from Vikas on which one table will be considered as a left table. Gaurav mentioned we need to apply the left join over here. Which table we need to consider as a left table?
Uh, can you answer order table?
Why order table? We don't want to
Because
have the
because
data
because
with respect to
all the
Customer
orders
table.
is in the order tables.
No, no. I
order.
think left join will be on customer table.
Yes, because what left join is saying, all the records of left table and matching records from the right table. Left join is saying what? Let me show you the diagram what we have discussed in our yesterday's session. Joins in SQL. And I think I have shown you this particular diagram. Okay, just have a look onto this particular diagram. So left join is saying all the records of left table, matching records, these are the matching records from the right table. Okay, and NA will be towards the left hand side. We are not bothered about the NA at all. Okay, but we want all the records from the left table. So if we are considering this particular table and say it is having certain customer ID which is not the part of this particular table, right, then we will not be able to get the required outcome. It might be possible like some person have not purchased anything, okay, that will not be part of this particular table. So if that is not the part, then like we can have zero at that moment. Like if this particular, say we are having 108 another customer, if it has not purchased anything, okay, so it must that the outcome must be zero, because we want to have the count of orders from each customer. If someone has not purchased anything, then it must be zero. Okay, but if you are going to apply, or if you are going to consider this particular table as a left table and all the entries are not available, then we will not be able to get the required outcome, right? So left table, that is fine. We need to consider left table, customer table as a left table. Perfectly fine, all of you?
Yes.
Yes, Ashok.
Mukesh, Naresh.
Yes, sir. Got
Yes.
it, sir.
Okay. So, so what we need to do, we just need to write down, so select the customer ID. This is the customer ID. Select customer ID, then customer name. Okay, customer name and count of.
Ashok,
Mhm.
here no need to mention the table as well because customer ID is available in both tables, customer table as well as order table.
But I want to have, like, I don't want to get the entire records, huh? I don't want to get all the records. I just want to have these particular, you can say, these particular columns. I need to
No,
have the
no,
selected columns only.
that is fine. I'm saying that instead of direct customer underscore ID, if what will happen if we use customer dot customer underscore ID?
I will tell you, we will be going to use C as alias. So we will going to mention C over here, C dot customer ID. Yeah.
Okay,
Ah,
okay, okay,
okay.
okay.
Okay. So no need to worry. I'm just giving you an understanding. Okay. I'm selecting the customer ID from the customers table, customer name from the customers table, and then I'm going to calculate the count, because what we want count the numbers of orders made by each customer, huh? So for that we are having one we can say function, that is count, and where I need to apply count onto the orders, huh?
Orders table.
Orders, or what I can say, order ID, yeah, I can apply it onto the order ID. That is fine, huh? Okay,
Order ID or customer ID?
we can apply onto the customer ID as well.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
okay. So order ID, count of order ID with respect to each and every customer, and as say order count, then from what, from customer table, and customer I'm going to mention as a C. Okay, so what I can do, C dot customer ID, C dot customer name, and what I want to do, it is going to be joined with, say, left join with what, left join with orders, and I'm going to mention orders table as O. So orders dot order ID, O dot order ID. So I'm going to keep this particular table as orders O, and O is replaced over here. O dot order ID. That is fine. Join this, left join, and on which condition? On which condition? O dot customer ID, C dot customer ID, C dot customer ID equal to O dot customer ID. That is the join condition basically. O dot customer ID. And what I need to do, I need to apply the group by based upon what? Group by based upon the customer ID and customer name. Customer ID, and let me do the grouping based upon the customer C. Okay, so
Uh, Ashok, group by should be done on O dot customer underscore ID, na?
once you are going to perform the join, okay, now each and everything will be the part of one table only. Then you are going to apply the group by.
Okay, instead of executing
You
this
can
whole
apply,
query in one.
or you can do in this particular way as well, because like customer ID will be unique over there. Huh? You will be having two columns. Huh?
Okay.
Okay, you can do in that particular way as well. Basically, what we want, we need to have this particular column, and the count column. Huh? Now
Count
it
column.
will depends on you on which column. Like either customer ID, you can do the group by, either you can do onto this particular column, but onto the outcome you will not be having. You are going to select these particular columns only. Then you will not be able to apply. If you are going to select o dot customer ID over here, then you will be able to apply the group by based on the o dot customer ID, right?
Okay.
Okay, you need to select o dot customer ID. At that moment you will be able to apply, right?
Okay.
Let me try to do. So the execution is keep on going. Okay, so let me try to copy this and paste it over here, and just have a look. That's what we were willing to have. Pankaj, he has purchased twice, 101, 101. Okay, and then the Gaurav, he has purchased twice. Gaurav is 102. Okay, 102 is having two entries. Okay, so with respect to each and every customer, we are having the outcome, right? Perfectly fine, and that's what we were willing to have, right? We have done the group by based upon this, and then we are able to get the outcome, right?
Ashok, can we execute these queries one by one instead of all?
Uh-huh.
Like if I want to check what is the outcome of each step.
Actually, this is not having the sub queries. This is not having sub query. This particular
Okay.
query is not having sub query. It is complete a query. It is you can say one query only. What we can do, we can like split this particular query. Like say if you want to join, then we can have the outcome with respect to the join. Okay, and then you can do the group by. But
Okay.
if you are applying certain aggregation
Can we
function,
execute till this left join?
then if you are using group by, then you need to remove this aggregation function. Let me try to remove this. Just a minute. Okay, and okay, so what is input near customer C in selection target? Just a minute. O dot orders idea, or let me mention some order amount. Okay, So this is with respect to join. It is going to provide you 3 columns: customer ID, customer name, and orders amount after joining orders and customers table, right? Then what you can do? You can do the aggregation. Okay, if you are applying aggregation over here, then definitely you need to utilize group by and all, right? Just have a look. So this is what we got after joining these two columns, these two tables, and we are having this particular outcome. Now, what you say, if you are having order ID, if you want to have order ID, let me try to mention. Let me try to take order ID over here. Say order ID, order ID. So order ID, and it will have order ID. Okay, so this is with respect to join, Pankaj. So we are performing the join. Now we are having this particular table. Now what you are doing further, you are performing the aggregation, okay, onto this particular column. You are going to calculate the count of this particular column, that is order ID, and then you are applying the group by based upon these two columns. Then we are having the desired outcome. So in this particular way, you can split into you can say different queries, but that is not like what I can say. This is this will be a complete query. It is not having the sub query, right? Now what we can do, we can do the group by based upon these two columns in order to calculate the count of order IDs, right? You can do the group by, or you can do the counting based upon the name as well, based upon the customer ID. It will depends, it will depends, right?
Okay.
If you want o dot customer ID, you can get that particular column as well over here. If you want what I have mentioned, like I have gone through with respect to O dot order amount over here. We have seen like order amount. If you want to select the customer ID from the orders table, you can select that particular you can say column. Or if you don't want to select these particular things, select, you can mention say select star from customer C, join left join orders on c dot customer. Let me try to do the execution. Okay, it will provide all the records with respect to the left table from right table. So you will be having order ID, customer o dot customer ID, o dot order amount. You will be having all those entries over here. Okay, so I'm selecting all the records. What I have mentioned, that I am going to select these columns only after joining customer and orders. So I will be able to apply the aggregation based upon these columns only. Whatever I'm going to select, aggregation applied on this, and group by will be applied onto the columns which I'm having in the joined table, right?
Yes, sir. It's fine.
Okay, clear?
Yes.
All
Yes,
of
clear.
you
Yes, Ashok.
clear now? Perfect. So in this particular way, what you can do, you can split it, but it is a complete query. That is one example what I'm willing to discuss. Another stuff. Uh, Now what you need to do, you need to calculate top n, or like say top 5. What I can say, top 5 customers by average order amount. So the expression what it will be, find the top 5 customers based upon their average order amount. Okay, you need to calculate, you need to find out 5 customers, top 5 customers by average order amount. So average order amount, how you will be able to calculate? How you will be able to calculate?
First group by, then apply order by, and then descending
The very
and
first
limit
thing,
and limit and limit.
do I need to join, perform join over here? Is there any need to apply join?
Yeah, we want
If
to map
if customer
the
name is
name, then
also required, then I think join is required.
if we need customer
So
name,
customer, I don't want to have customer name.
Then join is not required.
So join is not required. That is fine. Now I want to ask, say Rohita. Okay. So Rohit, I want to calculate customer by average order amount. So what I need to do, average of order amount. I want to have average of order amount. So order amount is this one. Average of order amount. I want to have average of order amount, customer by average order amount, and I want to have top 5. So if I want to have top 5, then what I need to do? I need to do ordering. I need to apply order by clause over here. Top 5, top 5. So that means like ordering is required. Rohit, Vikas.
Yeah, so we need to
Okay.
apply
Yes, sir.
So
ordering.
Order amount is required.
No,
yes.
ordering is
A-
required, na?
So average of order amount. So I have calculated average of order amount, and I can give it as average order amount. As average order. That is fine. Average order amount at amount. That is an alias which I have given to this average of order amount. And what I can do, so select say customer ID. Okay, I don't want to go with customer name. If I want to have customer name, definitely then at that moment I need to do the joining. So select customer ID. Okay, and average of order amount as average order amount. That is fine. From which table? From orders.
orders
Yes,
table,
From
from
orders
orders.
then
and
group by,
group by, because we are having aggregation function.
yes,
Average. Okay, then orders and say group by what? Group by say customer ID.
customer ID,
Group by customer ID and order by what?
order by
By
average
order
amount,
amount.
Average
average
order
Average order.
amount.
Yes, average order
Average
amount.
order amount. And
and
I
descend,
want to have top 5. So
limit
in
5.
descending order I can have. Okay. And top 5 I want to have. So I need to apply the limit clause as well. Limit
Limit
5.
5.
Right. So select customer ID, average of order amount as average order amount from orders, group by customer ID, and order by average order amount, and descending, that is, and limit 5. That is fine. Now let me try to have the execution. Okay. So the execution has been started. This is the job tracking URL. Over here, we are having one mapper and one reducer. Why we are having a reducer over here? Because we are performing the aggregation and all. So, so post execution, we will be having the outcome. So we will be having customer ID. So we have selected two columns only, na? Customer ID and average, and it will be in descending order. So just have a look. Okay, so this is the outcome with respect to our execution, and that is fine. It is in descending order, and we are having top 5 only. Although, like the data set, what we are having, it is having almost 7 records, but we are able to get the outcome with respect to top 5 only. That is perfectly fine, right? Clear? Fine so far?
Yes, Ashok.
Yes, yes, Ashok.
Okay. Now we are moving towards the subqueries. Okay. So the problem what we are going to calculate total order amount uh, by customer. Total order amount by customer. So total order amount by customer. So that is fine. Say we are having this particular table. Okay. So we are having this particular. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Okay. Sorry. So we are going to calculate total order amount by customer. And the description is calculate the total order amount for each customer and compare it with average order amount. Okay. So one thing is clear, like we need to calculate the total order amount, okay, and average order amount. These two things we need to calculate. Another stuff, what we need to do, definitely like both of these two tables will be joined together, right? Is it clear?
Yes, yes, Ashok.
Okay. So first what we are going to do, we are going uh, to perform the joining. So let me try to let me try to write down the query. So let me mention the steps. Steps. So calculation of average order amount. Average order amount. Okay. And then second thing, what we need to do, we need to calculate the total order amount. Total order amount, that is fine. So how we will be able to do the outcome? What I'm willing to have, I'm willing to have, say, the customer ID. I want to have customer ID, then customer name. I want to have customer name, and sum of that is nothing but the total order amount. I want to have total order amount, and I want to have average order amount. Okay, I want to have the outcome in this particular way. So in this particular way, so I will be able to calculate the total order amount. I will be able to calculate the average order amount, and this is nothing but a little bit comparison is going on. So calculate the total order amount for each customer and compare it with. So if I'm having two columns, that is total order amount and average order amount, so the comparison is done. If you want to identify, if you want to have the further calculation, you can uh, find out the delta as well, like this particular column minus this particular column, and you can create another column as well. But we are willing to have this particular as an output. Okay, so first of all, what we need to do, we just need to say select say select customer ID. So I'm going to select the customer ID. I'm going to select customer ID, and I'm going to have the average of order amount. So I'm going to have average of what? Order amount. That is nothing but order amount is mentioned in this particular way. Order amount, and I'm giving an alias as average order amount. Okay, and I'm going to select it from orders table. That is fine. From the orders table, I have selected this one. I have selected the customer ID and average of order amount as average of the order amount as average order amount, and from orders, and I can do the order by, sorry, group by, because we have done the aggregation. Group by what? Group by the customer ID. Group by customer ID. That is fine now. Okay, so this is nothing but the internal calculation. Okay, so this is nothing but certain internal calculation which I need to have in order to calculate this particular portion. So in order to have this particular portion, I have done this particular calculation. So I have calculated the average of order amount as average order amount and grouping it. And what I can do, I can give an alias to this particular subquery, that is, say, average underscore order, average order. So I have given an alias as average order. Okay, so this is the internal one. Now what I need to do, in order to then say, I need to calculate the sum as well, sum of total order amount. I need to calculate the sum of total sum of the order amount, that will be the total order amount. So that will be the another query, and for that, say, I want to have the customer name, customer ID, and the sum of total order amount. So just have a look. I'm going to say select. I'm going to select the customer name, sorry, customer ID. I'm going to select customer ID. I'm going to select this customer name as well. Customer ID, customer name. Okay, customer name. I'm going to select customer ID, customer name, then sum of what? Sum of the total, sum of the order amount, and I can give an alias as total order amount. Okay, and total order amount.
So I think we can give only the customer ID. Na customer name is not required. We can give
I'm
only the
going to
customer
perform the joining as well, and this is the final one. Okay, I want to have the
So
customer, you can say, name as well. Okay, so what I'm going to
Mr.
have, I'm
After
going to,
just one
after
second
customer
for joining.
name, comma should be there, na?
yes, comma should be there. Perfect.
Okay.
So I want to have customer ID, customer name, then order amount as total order amount. Okay, and I want to have what? I want to have this average order amount as well. Okay, average order amount, it will come from this average dot average order amount. Okay, average order dot average order amount. Then from customer, and I'm giving an alias to the customer table C over here. So C dot customer ID, C dot customer name. Okay, that is fine. And I'm going to join it with the orders table. Join orders, and I'm giving an alias to the orders table O. So it will be O dot order amount. Perfectly fine. On which column? On which column? C dot customer ID, that is equal to O dot customer ID. O dot customer ID. Customer ID. O dot customer ID. So just have a look over here. I have done what? I have selected these particular columns. C dot customer ID, C dot C dot customer name, uh, some of the orders amount as total order amount, and average. But for this, in order to have this, what I need to do, I need to do the joining of this particular table as well. So these particular things I can get from customers and orders table. Customer and order table, after joining I will be able to get these particular columns, but I will not be able to get from customers and orders table. Average order amount I will not be able to get. It has calculated over here, right? It has calculated over here. So what I need to do? Are you able to understand?
It has been calculated in the subqueries, na?
Yes, it has been calculated in this particular subquery, and it is we have given an alias as average order, and it will act as a table at this moment. It will act as
Okay.
a intermediate table, or this is an you can say inside the intermediate process we have done this particular calculation, and this is the tabular view. So we have given a name to this particular tabular view in order to get average order amount. This is what I'm expecting. I am able to get these particular things, but average order amount I have calculated in this particular subquery, right? I have calculated it in this particular subquery. So, so what I need to do, I need to perform the joining of this. Join. I need to join this particular stuff as I need to join this particular table with what? With average order.
Average
Okay.
underscore order.
On which column? On average order dot customer ID. dot customer ID, because I have selected this average order dot customer ID equal to C dot customer ID. Hmm? Right?
Join this.
All of you try to go through with the expression. Initially, I have calculated the average order amount. Okay, and I have given an alias as average order amount. Now, what I want to have these particular 4 columns. Okay, so for first 3, what I need to do, I need to join customers and orders table. That is perfectly fine. I have joined customers table from customer C joined with orders. That is perfectly fine. And on which condition? On this particular condition. Now I need to have this particular column as well, and this particular column will come from this particular intermediate tabular view. So it will act as a table. So average underscore order dot average order amount, that is a name which we have given over here, and this is the name of the table that we have given over here, intermediate table. Now customers table is joined with average order on which condition? On average dot customer id, average underscore order dot customer id equal to C dot customer id. We have given customers table as C over here, right? Clear, all of you?
Yes, clear.
Yes, yes, Ashok.
Okay. Now, if we have done this particular aggregation, okay, if we have done aggregation, then definitely we need to proceed with group by, right? So group by what? C dot customer ID, and we can do the grouping based upon the C dot customer name as well. Okay, and we can do the grouping based upon the average order amount as well. Okay, so that is perfectly fine. Okay, things are looking good. Let me try to copy and paste it in it over here. What is table not found orders? Order spelling mistake. My mistake. So the calculation is keep on going. Okay, so the execution is keep on going. This is job tracking URL. Okay, and just have a look. So copy and let me paste it over here. And that's what we were expecting. Customer name, customer ID, customer name, total order amount, and average order amount. Right? This is what we are expecting. If you want to have further calculation, like you want to get the difference from these two columns, so you can create another column over here. You can mention it inside the expression. Now over here, you are having one assignment. Let me mention over here. You what you are able to see over here. So we have calculated the average order amount over here. Average order amount you have calculated over here onto the orders table. Okay, but can we calculate it over here only? Like we have calculated the sum of order amount. We can have another column as well, like average order amount. And just by like joining two tables, orders and customers, then we will be able to get the outcome, right? So assignment, try to complete it, or can we complete it with single join only? Are you able to understand? We have performed the two join condition. Two join conditions are there. Can we perform it with the single join? If yes, then how? Okay. Are you able to get?
Yes, yes, Ashok.
We have calculated total order amount over here. Okay. So can we calculate the average over here and then reduce one join condition? Joins are the time taking process, or these are the things where like data movement is happening. So we need to avoid or minimize the joins as well. Right? Joining is not preferred in big data world, to be very frank. Okay, because like once we are going to have joins, then like we will be having too much like data movement and all, and we try to minimize the data movement in order to improve the latency. So can we reduce the number of joins? The main thing is that assignment with respect to these particular queries. So first one, so what will happen? Let me mention over here. Try to do it with right join, with right join, right? So this is the assignment one. This is the assignment number two. Perfectly fine.
Yes, yes, Ashok.
Okay. Rohit, Vikas, Gaurav, Naresh.
Fine,
Moving
Ashok, fine.
further, perfect. Great. Now I'm having the third query, and that is sub query only. Problem number four. Number four. So what I want to have, I want to calculate the percentage difference from average. Percentage difference from average. So the description what it will be, calculate the percentage difference between each order amount and average order amount for respective customer. Hmm. Okay, so one thing is clear, like we need to have the order amount and we need to have the average order amount. And then another column, what it will be there, that is the percentage difference. And how you will be able to calculate the percentage difference? Say if you are having order amount, that will minus the average order amount, average order amount. Okay, and divide by what? Divide by average order amount. If you need to calculate a percentage difference and into 100. This is the simple
Ashok,
formula.
order amount or total order amount?
I want to have percentage difference with order amount only. You can
Oh,
add total order amount as well. Whatever you want.
okay.
Okay. If you want with the total order amount, you can just replace, or you can take that in that particular thing as an assignment. Right?
Yes, Ashok.
Okay. Perfect. So first, the very first thing that we need to do, we need to calculate the average of order amount, and let me select this particular stuff. Okay. So over here, what we are doing, we are calculating select customer ID, average of order amount, and as average order amount from orders group by customer ID. Okay, as average order. Okay, that is perfectly fine. Now, so over here, what we are doing, we are calculating the average order amount. Over here we are calculating the average order amount. That is perfectly fine. From
Yes,
orders table we are calculating the average order. Just be interactive. Okay, so we are calculating the average order amount, and that is the very first need. We need to calculate the average order amount, and we have calculated the average order amount. Now what we need to do, we need to calculate the percentage difference. Percentage difference. So for percentage difference, what I need to do, I need to say select. So select uh, order ID. So let me try to select order ID and all. So say select order ID. Select order ID. If you don't want order ID, you can remove that order ID. Order ID, select, say customer ID. Select customer ID. Okay, and order ID. Then I need to have the outcome in this particular. Let me try to give you a view. Say I want to have order ID. Order ID. These are the columns that I want. Order ID. I want to have customer ID. I want to have customer ID. I want to have say order amount, because I need to calculate the difference. So order amount. I want to have order amount, and then I want to have the average order amount. Average order amount, and then I want to have the percentage difference. Is difference. Percentage difference. Difference. So I want to have these particular columns in the output. So order ID, customer ID, I have selected. That is perfectly fine. Order amount. Let me select the order amount as well. Okay, order amount, and what I want the average order amount. I want to have average order amount, and from where this particular average order amount has been calculated in this particular view. Okay, so average order dot average order amount. So I want to have this. Then what I want to have, I want to have uh, I want to have this particular calculation. So what I need to do, I need to calculate. I need to have say order amount. minus average order amount minus average order amount, that is fine, divide by average order amount minus A was missing into 100, and I can give an alias as percentage difference as percentage difference from orders O. Okay, I'm giving an alias orders O, so it will be O dot orders ID, O dot customer ID. Okay, O dot customer ID, O dot order amount, that is fine, O dot average order amount, O dot order amount. Okay, that is fine. As percentage difference from orders O. Perfectly fine now. Then what I need to do, I need to join it with this particular condition, what I have written. Okay, join with this particular condition as average order, and on which I need to do the joining on average order amount equal to O dot customer ID, O dot customer ID. That is perfectly fine now. Okay. So no function has been applied. It is simple calculation. So there is no need to have group by and all, and it will work definitely. What I think. Now let me repeat it once again. So initially, what we have done, we have calculated the average order amount. So initially, we have calculated the average order amount, and this is the alias which we have given to this particular calculation. Okay, now we are having this particular alias as an outcome, average order, that is the tabular view what we got after performing the operation onto the orders table. Now what we are having customer ID and average of order amount. These are the two you can say columns inside this particular intermediate table. Average order. So it will be having say customer ID and average order amount. Average order amount. These are the two columns. These are the two columns in this particular table, that is the intermediate table. Now what we need to have as per our outcome, order ID, customer ID, order amount. Okay, this we can get from the orders table, that is perfectly fine. But we need to have average order amount. Okay, average order amount we can get from this particular table, and if we need to get something from the another table, then definitely we need to perform the join. Okay, so if we are going to perform the join from orders O, join with this particular table on which condition? Average order dot customer ID. Okay, average order dot customer ID, and it will be equal to O dot, that is the orders table. We have given an alias to the orders table O dot customer ID. So that is perfectly fine. And what we have done over here, we have selected these particular columns, and in order to calculate this percentage difference, we are having this particular you can say statement. No? So order ID, order amount minus by the average order amount, which we got from this particular table, intermediate table, and we have done this particular calculation, and we have given an alias percentage difference to this. Perfectly fine, huh? Is it
Yes,
clear
yes,
with
Ashok.
everyone?
Yes.
Yes,
Gaurav,
fine, fine,
Vikas, Mukesh,
fine,
Naresh,
fine, Ashok.
Yeah,
great,
it's
huh?
fine, Ashok.
So great. So let me paste it over here. Huh? Okay, and just have a look. The calculation is keep on going. Okay, so if you want to have the calculation of this particular query, you will be able to have that. Okay, so and this is the inner one and this is the outer one. First inner one will be executed and it is giving an alias to this particular table. It will act as a table to the outer query, and finally we will be able to get the outcome. Okay, and let me try to show you something else as well. Okay, so just have a look. Let me copy and paste it over here. And this is what we are expecting: order ID, customer ID, order amount, average order amount, and for the difference we have done that calculation, and this is the percentage difference. Okay, so for and what Pankaj was asking, like you can take that particular thing as an assignment, calculate the percentage difference with the total amount. Let me copy and give you an assignment and calculate the difference from average. Calculate the percentage difference for each order amount for difference between each order amount. So instead of each order amount, you can have the total amount. Okay, and average order amount. Okay, so you can take this particular stuff as an assignment. Right, so this is like how we will be able to have the calculation with respect to the orders table and customers table. Let me try to show you something. Show tables. Not really. Okay, okay, we are not able to see. I want to show you the temporary table over here, but that we are not able to see. Not an issue. So temporary table, show tables. We will see after, like, in like upcoming exercise, we will be able to see the temporary tables. Not an issue. I thought like some temporary tables are created over here. That is perfectly fine. Not an issue. So this is with respect to the sub query, my friends. So we have gone through with the detailed stuff in order uh, to get the feel of sub queries and all. Okay, we can further, you can say, do certain calculations, like we can utilize in, not in, exist, not exist type of statements inside these particular subqueries. But these are the things what we need to do in our day-to-day exercise, in our working, in our actual working environment. Now moving further, I'm going to start another topic, that is Hive views. Hive views. Okay, we have discussed about Hive views, and today we are going to see how the views are created practically and what is the significance of these particular Hive views. Okay, so what I have mentioned in our previous session, Hive views are nothing but the virtual tables. Hive views are nothing but the virtual tables that we are going to create in order to hide the complexities, or in order uh, to apply a view on top of certain tables. And by that means you are not going to share the entire table data to the customer, to the another department. For an example, I can take, say, I'm working, say, inside one department. Say I'm working inside the R&D, and I want to have the data from the HR side. I want to have the employee list who are working in R&D in different departments or in different products inside the organization. So our the HR department is going to manage the data, or the HR is having the master table. What is master table? That is containing all the data with respect to all employees in the organization. They are having the data of R&D team, they are having the data for the engineering team, they are having the data of say data science team. So and in telecom terminology, what I can say, they are having the data of RF transmission, okay, planning, optimization, whatever. Okay, so they are having the complete data with respect to each and every employee working into the different departments. Now, if I'm willing to have the data from the HR team, and at that moment, if the HR team is going to provide me the entire laundry list, that is like employee name, ID, job stage, salary information, the address, the emergency contact details, nominee and all, education background and all. So that is not useful, and that is not secure as well. Like sharing the package, job stage related information, that is not recommended. So what they can do in order to have the secure or in order to avoid sharing the entire data, in order to amend security, so they can utilize the Hive views. So Hive views can be the simpler one, like just selecting some table, some columns from a data set, and Hive views can be the complex one, that is joining certain columns from a particular joining multiple tables and creating a high view on top of that, and then that particular view will be acting as a table, and we can do further calculations on that particular view. Okay, so high views are nothing but virtual tables. I will show you how the virtual tables or high view is being created. And once the table is being updated, there will not be any impact onto the high views. So stored high views, it can contain it can contain data from one or multiple tables that I have mentioned. Multiple tables, that is one thing. Okay, stored as a query in Hive Metastore. Query in Hive Metastore. Okay, then it will update the data, and there is any change in underlying table. Okay, what does it mean? It means, say, I'm having 500 employee in R&D at this moment, and two more new joinees are there in R&D. Okay, so once the Hive view was created, the HR team has shared the data with respect to 500 employee, but they have updated the master table on top of that particular Hive view is created. So automatically that will reflect inside the Hive view as well. The stuff what we have seen now, like uh, okay, I have not shown that. Oh, probably like we have gone through with the append statement. Okay, append is nothing but it is going to update or add the records inside that particular table. Okay, appending is keep on adding the records. Okay, so if something update is there, that is addition or deletion of the records in a particular table, so that particular stuff will reflect inside the Hive view as well. That is the another thing. And uh, data is frozen in time and not affected by the table change. Okay, so is frozen and not affected by table change. So these are certain characteristics with respect to the Hive views. Let me try
Uh,
to
Ashok, what is this? Data is frozen and not affected by table change.
basically like say if you are going to keep on updating the tables and all, it is not like say your view will be deleted and all. Okay, it is fixed. Okay, and it will remain fixed. If like there are certain deletion of the columns and all, okay, from the table, then there will not be any impact. There will not be any impact. It will be frozen basically. Whatever the columns that you are going to take, that will be frozen.
Means if some of the columns are deleted from the master table, then
Yes, yes, yes.
it will not reflect on the these high view tables.
It will not reflect. No, 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 no. It will reflect. It will be frozen. There will not be any impact onto the high view.
Means if
It
I
will be
delete,
there. It will be there. It will be there.
it will be there in the high view.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Now, what we are going to have, it's very simple. So whatever we have done with respect to the subqueries and all, we can create high views on top of that. So let me try to creation of high views. So creation of high views. So we are having a particular statement, create view. Okay, create view, and let me mention the simple view, and as, and what I can do as, and say select say what I can select, select customer ID, select customer ID, select customer ID, and say count of say order ID. Order ID, order ID. Where is order ID? Order ID. Count of order ID. Count of order ID as a order count. Order count, comma, say sum of order amount. Sum of order amount as total amount. From orders grouped by customer ID. Grouped by customer ID. Okay, so I'm going to create a Hive view. Okay, show tables. Okay, so just have a look over here. Simple view. Simple view. It has been created as a table over here. Simple view has been created a table. Now, what I can do? Select star from simple view. Select star from simple view. So it is acting as a table basically. Okay, and now if you want to perform any operation on top of this particular table, you can perform. If like you don't want to share say if my orders table is having say 50 columns, so based upon the 50 I have just like taken say 3 columns only. I have done this particular calculation. If you don't want to like have this particular calculation, you can just provide select customer id, order id, and say order count or orders amount and from this particular table, and then you can pass it to the customer or the person who is willing to have these particular records. Now this particular table, this particular view is acting as a table, and the customer or third person to whom we are going to share this particular view, so it will think this is a table, and it will be that person will be able to perform their operation whatever they want to have. So just have a look. So this is a table, simple view. This is acting as a table at this moment, a simple view. If you want to perform the joining on simple view, at this particular moment it is acting as a table. Okay, so each and every operation that you want to perform onto this, you can perform. Okay, this is nothing but a simple view, or we have selected certain columns from a particular table. We have applied uh, the aggregation and all, and then we have saved it as a view. Now say we are having these particular calculations, so let me take it as a complex view. Okay, so what I can do, create complex view. Just I need to mention say create view, and I just need to give a name complex view, and as this is the stuff that I want to do, and let me try to paste it over here. That's it. I have created a view. Now show tables. Okay, and what we are able to see, complex view. Now select star from complex view, so we will be able to get the outcome with respect to the complex view. Okay, so the main agenda what I want to say over here, you can create simple view or complex view, like you can get the data, you can hide the columns from a particular column, you can join multiple tables together and select the required columns that you need to provide to the customer and all. Okay, and then he or she will be able to perform the operations based upon that. So over here what we are doing, we are not having the understanding like if I'm going to perform select star from the complex view, which query is being executed. Okay, we have done this particular computation, we have done this particular computation, but internally like we are not having the awareness like what is keep on going on to this particular table in order to get the records from where we are fetching these particular records and all. Okay, so that complexity is hidden, and just have a look, we are able to get the same outcome what we were able to see in the previous execution. Right, so it is acting as a table. Now you can perform the operations like you can do the group by and all, you can join it with another table and all. Whatever you want to have, you can execute onto this particular table. That is nothing but the view. Now if you want to delete the view, okay, so this is to create view. If you want to drop the view, drop the view, then you are having a command drop view, and say let me give the complex view, drop view and the view name. Okay, and you will be able to drop it. Paste. That's it. The view has been dropped. Okay, So complex view is not existing at this moment. It has been dropped. So create view and drop view, these are the commands. And what are the internals in order to work with views? That is like this particular stuff what we have seen. Now I want to walk you through with one example, or with complex query, a little bit complex query. Or let me provide that as an assignment on views. Assignment on view. So what you need to do, you are having two tables. Two tables. One is say a customer table, customer table, customer table, and customer table is having say customer ID, and customer name. Customer name. These are the two columns. You can create the dummy data. Okay. And now what you are having the orders table as well. In the orders table, what you are having order ID. Okay. You are having customer ID in order to perform the join. Customer ID is there. Then order amount is there, and order date is there. A little bit change is there with respect to our previous data, order data. Okay, so it is looking like this. Say order ID 1, customer ID 701, order amount say 700. Okay, and say order date is 2024, and then say the 03, and say 03, and say 31st. In this particular way, you are having sample records. Certain records are there. What you need to calculate? So what you need to do? You need to create a view. Create a view based upon above data, and that is, you can say, uh, you need to select what? Select customer ID. I want to have outcome as customer ID, customer name. Let me mention customer ID, customer name. I want to have customer ID, customer name, then count of orders, count count of orders, or let me say order count, order count, and and average order amount. Average order amount. I want to have this one as well, uh, and I want to have this particular. I want to have these particular records. Create a view based upon data. Provide me below. Provide me the below data with respect to. You just need to focus over here with respect to order date, order date, uh, say this date, and and order date say greater than this one, and order date less than say greater than what I can say 25th March, and less than say 31st March. Okay, what I want, like I want to have the orders, these particular columns between 25th and 31st. I want to see if it is having the records from 1st March. So I don't want to have. So you need to apply, you need to provide me the data based upon this particular condition. I want to have this particular, these particular columns from the orders table and customers table between these two dates. Is it clear? Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, yes, Ashok, it's clear.
Yes, Ashok, clear.
Gaurav,
Clear, Ashok,
Vikas,
clear.
Rohit, Naresh, clear na?
Clear, clear.
Perfect. So I think that's it for this particular session. And in next session, we will be discussing about the lateral view and handling complex, complex data types, what I can say in Hive. And some basic stuff, and then the basic Hive will be over, and then we will proceed towards the advanced Hive. Okay, so that's it for this particular session, friends. And I'm going to share this particular notepad after this particular session, and try to work on to the assignments, and definitely you will feel great energy, huh? And if you are able to solve just one query by yourself, then you will be having good confidence, huh? Okay, so these particular things will boost your confidence. One another thing, I have shared certain assignments onto the SQL, and one online assignment as well. So I got the inputs from Vikas, from Gaurav, and I think Rohit as well, huh? So I recommend Pankaj and others, Naresh itself. So try to complete those assignment. And I think on SQL I got the input from Gaurav only. So try to complete those particular assignments as well. I'm going to prepare one dashboard, and that will be the Google spreadsheet, and I will share it with you all. So that will have your assignment related details. You can come fill up your details that I have completed this assignment. Once we are going to complete Hive, so we will be having detailed assignment and certain online test as well. So we will proceed in the same fashion, right? So that's it.
Ye-